Now, for the Celtics and Kemba Walker agreement in free agency. It is rumored that the Celtics are prepared to offer him a contract as soon as free agency starts, and it is also rumored that Kemba Walker is leaning over Kemba Walker. My bad. I don't know why I said Walker, but Kemba Walker is leaning over to signing with the Boston Celtics. And unlike the D'Angelo Russell, Kyrie Irving, Lakers, and Brooklyn Nets situation, I believe that this is good for both parties involved, the Celtics and Kemba Walker. Let me start with the Boston Celtics. They first had Isaiah Thomas. Then they had Kyrie Irving. And then they had Kemba Walker now. Hypothetically. Assumingly. If they get Kemba Walker, that's how it'll go. Otherwise, it's going to be most likely Terry Rozier. Now, they each have their own pros and cons. And also, when you rank them, Kyrie Irving's the best, then it comes Kemba Walker, and then it comes Isaiah Thomas. But if we can go down that sort of ranking, let's start with Isaiah Thomas. No one can doubt that he was great. He was a bit injury prone. He had injuries later on that eventually led to him being traded away and going down from Cleveland to the Lakers and then to Denver. But he just couldn't take the Celtics over that hump. Even though he was battling an injury, he just couldn't do it. And it's not saying that he's bad or anything like that. He's a great player, but he was the only one there. And they didn't have these young pieces that they have now. But also at the same time, while he was there, you didn't hear any chemistry problems. You didn't hear, oh, this guy over here, Terry Rozier, was like bad-mouthing Isaiah Thomas while he was there or something like that. You didn't hear Marcus Smart going like, oh, he's the bad leader. Now on the flip side, we have Kyrie Irving, who everyone says, and I also say is better than Isaiah Thomas and Kemba Walker. He's better. It's outstanding. He's better than both of them. But at the same time, we heard all these reports and rumors of chemistry problems. Again, it's one of those things where you can have all the talent in the world, but chemistry is what matters too. You gotta have that chemistry before you have talent. You gotta have that culture before you have the talent to win. But with Kemba Walker, he's not as good as Kyrie Irving, but he's better than Isaiah Thomas. He's had the career so far of just being out of the playoffs. He hasn't been in the playoffs that much. And so I don't think that he'll bring any chemistry problems. I don't think he'll be like, give me the ball. Everyone get out of my way. I don't think he will be like that. I just don't think so. And I think that, he'll be able to take them to the playoffs, and they'll have a good run in the playoffs. I don't think that they'll win the championship, but it'll be interesting. It'll be a lot more fun to watch the Celtics than watching this past team implode before our face. It gives you both the best of both worlds of Kyrie Irving and Isaiah Thomas. Great player, no chemistry problems. Put it both together, and you got a team that can actually win. They won't win the championship, like I said, but they can actually win some games. And there won't be reports and rumors every single day of the week about how he's pushing away teammates and all that stuff. It also gives Kemba Walker a chance to shine in the playoffs that he hasn't been to in quite some time because, frankly, the Hornets have sucked. Because, I don't know why, but Michael Jordan, who's, in my opinion, and should be revered as the greatest of all time, is not a good basketball team owner. The report is that he offered a contract way below Kemba's liking. And it's like, MJ, come on, man. You gotta offer Kemba Walker that. And I get it. You don't want to go over the luxury tax for a team that's not making the playoffs. But that's also part of your fault. I get it. Not a lot of players want to go to Charlotte. But you got to make trades. You got to draft better. You just drafted Malik Monk. I kind of liked him coming out of college, but he looks really, really bad. You got that Bridges kid. He looks all right, but he isn't a freshly made product yet. You got to trade for players. You got to do something. And that's ultimately the reason why that Kemba left. Because he wants to win. And he's going to get that in Boston. And Boston's going to get him too without all the problems and all that stuff. And if they are able to force their way into the alleged Jimmy Butler to the Houston Rockets trade, which I don't think is going to happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. And if it does, then Houston's really screwed. But I believe that if they can force their way into there and get Clint Capella, damn, that can be a really nice roster. And bring back Terry Rozier. Whew. It won't win a championship, but it'll be nice. It'll be fun to watch. You'll have Kemba Walker, Clint Capella, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Terry Rozier, whoever's going to play at the 4. Marcus Smart. It could be pretty good. It could be really, really fun to watch. So I think that in this case, unlike the previous case that I talked about, the D'Angelo Russell, Kyrie Irving, Brooklyn Nets, LA Lakers situation, I think that this is going to yield better results for both the team and the player. And especially for the player in this case, for Kemba Walker. Because now he can actually show himself and prove himself in the playoffs. Because he will go down as probably one of the best point guards to play the game that hasn't even come close to winning anything. At all. But it's going to be great for both teams. And I'm looking forward to seeing it if it does happen. Thank you for listening to The TheGTruth. Be sure to like and subscribe if you are listening to this on YouTube, as well as follow this podcast on the podcast app of your choice, and also the podcast app that you listen to the most. Also, be sure to share this podcast / channel with your family and friends to help this channel grow, as well as this podcast grow. It has been The TheGTruth. This is your host, Giovanni Canales. Thank you for tuning into The TheGTruth, and peace out.